Hey, so today I'm going to show you my eye health protocol. So right now I'm in the beginning stages of cataract. I won't need to have any type of surgery for 20 more years. So that gives me plenty of time to try these protocols and see if I can dissolve the cataract. So I'm going to show you what my plan is for that. This is not a protocol that works overnight. It takes several months. It may even take up to a year, depending on, what your starting point is. Right now, it's just an experiment. I haven't found any eye doctor that says you can actually dissolve a cataract. Now, there are people in the world of natural healing that think it's possible, but I've never seen an allopathic doctor say that it's possible. They just don't know. You see all these people having cataract surgery. I'm trying to avoid that when I get older, so I'm going to do prevention right now. And a cataract is caused by a clump of proteins in the eye. They clump together and then they cause your vision to be cloudy. They cause your night vision to not be so good, or you might see halos. You might have a lot of floaters. You might have flashes of light. Some of those are signs of a retinal tear. So you really want to be careful. If you see those, you really want to go get that checked out. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that eye problems, macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, those type of problems are usually an indicator of an eye and heart problem with circulation. So what I want to do is increase the circulation in the eye so that nutrients can get in there and help it to heal. Now I have some distilled water. You never want to put tap water in your eye. There could be pathogens and toxins in the tap water, so you always want to use distilled water. I'm going to open this and see what I have because I have not done this part of the protocol yet. This is just a basic eye wash cup that I bought from Amazon. Comes in a little bag. I'm just going to assemble it here. So I have Dr. Christopher's Herbal Eye Formula. And this has wildcrafted bayberry root bark, eye bright, red raspberry leaf, and cayenne pepper. Now you have to be really careful with the cayenne pepper because it will burn your eye from what I've been told. This says to use about 10 drops. I'm going to start with 1 drop and move up from there. So I'm going to take my eye cup, fill it with distilled water. I filled it almost up to the top. Now the directions say 10 to 15 drops as a herbal supplement. That means by mouth. Now if you're going to use it in an eye wash like this one, you want 1 to 5 drops. I'll start with 2. So now I'm just going to seal this around my eye and squeeze this little bulb. Now I don't really feel the burning from the cayenne pepper, so I'm going to up the dose all the way to 5 next time because I feel pretty good right now. And cayenne might not be the most comfortable feeling in the eye, but it does dilate all the blood vessels in the eye. You can tell that hot, spicy foods help your circulation because if you've ever eaten anything really super hot, your face turns all red. That's from all the blood vessels dilating. So that's the goal here. Now you want to do this 3 to 5 times a day. And now that I've already done that, I'm ready to go to the next step. So I also have some NAC drops. Unfortunately, the only way to get the blood vessels in the eye dilated properly is to go directly into the eye with drops. That's why I did the eye wash, and that's why I have these NAC drops. Now this is NAC carnosine in a saline solution. I'm going to use a couple of drops at bedtime every night. Your eyes need exercise just like every other part of the body. You can improve your vision by doing eye exercises for a few minutes every day. You want to move your eyes around, just sort of look around, like roll your eyes around. And so if you take your hand and you just look without moving your head, you'll be able to tell if your eyes are moving in unison. Especially if you're starting to get lazy eye, you will definitely know if you do this. Also, another really good thing to do is to alternate your vision between close up and far away. So if you look at something like the petals of a flower that have a lot of details, it also helps your eyes. It helps the connection between your eye and your brain, because your brain also has to interpret those images. Now, I'm only doing this protocol in one eye because I want to have a comparison. I want to be able to see the improvement in this eye versus this eye. So this entire protocol I'm going to do for 4 months. And then I'm going to schedule a visit with my eye doctor and ask for an OCT test. I'm going to have him look at the blood vessels in the back of the retina. I'm going to have them see if there's any oscillating going on, because that's also something you want to look for. This is the Arbol eye massager. I've already opened this up. It comes in this handy dandy little bag, and it has a USB charging cord. So I'm going to open this up. Like I said, I have already opened it. This is what it looks like. It has a bunch of different settings. It has a Bluetooth. You can actually pair this with your phone. If you don't, there's built-in music that it will play. You charge it and then the light comes on. This is already charged, so I'm going to press through these modes for you. So you can see this is moving. That would be directly on your eye. This button has heat. This is the heat setting. So I was a little worried about this device when I first tried it, because you can definitely feel the pressure on your eyes, but I was able to relax, and it does make you feel really good. And the thing about massage devices is they increase the blood flow. They increase circulation. Overall, I really like this device, and it runs for 15-minute sessions, so I will be using it every day for 15 minutes for about 4 months. This is what I'll be using. I'm going to show you these one at a time as I go through the protocol. Vitamin D3 and K2, quercetin, taurine, and vitamin C. You can use these however you want. You can put them in a smoothie. You can put them in some juice, although I don't recommend juice because it's usually full of sugar. Just get them into your diet. So there are really only 4 ingredients to this protocol. The rest of this stuff is to make it taste good. So I've got my coffee cup. You can use any size cup you want. You can use a tumbler. The first thing I'm going to do is fill this up with water so I know how much to make. So I'm going to put the water in. Now I have a lot of ingredients here, as you can see. So I'm going to use the blender to make sure they blend up nice and smooth. The first thing I'm going to do is pour in the water. Now I'm going to take the 4 ingredients I showed you and add them to the blender. One of these capsules is 5,000 IU. I'm going to open this and put it in. Quercetin, it really doesn't matter how much of this you use. I see it's raspberry flavor. That's kind of interesting. Couple of drops. Got my taurine. Now I'm going to use 1/4 of a teaspoon. That's 908 milligrams. So I'm going to put that in. Vitamin C. I'm also going to use 1/4 of a teaspoon. That's 1058 milligrams. It's about a serving size, maybe a little more. Now, because some of these vitamins are fat soluble, I'm going to use a little bit of MCT oil, a nice healthy fat. You can use butter, you can use coconut oil. This is medium chain triglycerides. I have here some hot cocoa mix, sugar-free, dairy-free. There are only 3 ingredients in here. Now I wrote a 2 on the back because I've been doing this for 2 months now. That tells me how far along I am, so I can keep track of it. I'm going to use 1 scoop of this since I have a regular sized coffee cup. Now if you're using a 20 ounce or 30 ounce tumbler, you might want to use 2 scoops. This is stevia. I'm going to add a little more just because the taurine takes away some of the sweetness from the hot cocoa. Pumpkin spice. So this is probably just nutmeg. Ground cinnamon. I have some vanilla extract. I have some flavored coffee syrups. Today I think I'm going to use vanilla. You can use whatever you have. These are purely to make it taste good. Now I'm going to put the lid on and blend these up. Now, if you're taking other supplements, you can blend them right in here with this. But keep in mind, the more you add to it, the more it's going to detract from the flavor of the chocolate. You can also use organic cocoa powder. You can put collagen in it, supplements for osteopenia, electrolytes, although you probably don't want to use the flavored ones, greens. So you can see there are a lot of possibilities. I find it's better to just put them all in there at once. So right now, I'm going to take my mixture and heat it up. Now I'm just going to heat this up slowly on low heat until it's the temperature that's comfortable for drinking. Now it's ready. Now I have some miniature marshmallows with no sugar that I'm going to add to this. Now you can make this with almond milk or coconut milk, eggnog, whatever you like. I just used water, but if you do use a milk, it does add flavor to it. And there you have it.